Hello. You see us 2 days in a row. Today, we are coming on to talk about the transits and the importance of them and why we think you should walk them. If you're not familiar with transits and the term transit and what we're talking about, if you are in our Gene Keys and Human Design group, the Unlock Your Design universe, and you know that we talk about the archetypes. That's where we're bridging between the Human Design gate and the Gene Key. And we're weaving in astrology as well. So these archetypes sit around a wheel, and that wheel, the sun activates each of these individual gates throughout the 365 days in the year. So at one point or another, every archetype gets activated by the sun for like 5 to 6 days. And if you think about it this way, the day that you were born, for example, I was born on September 19th, and the 6.5 is what was in transit. So 6 Gene Key, 5th line. It doesn't go line 1, day 1. It's a little bit less than that. But for me, that's what was activated by the sun. So that is what is making my life's work sphere and also my conscious sun in the Human Design gate or system.
If you're new to this, the way it works is that one round the wheel is 365 days. And you can see we have all the astrological signs, and you know that for one sign, it's about a month that we're in a sign. And you can see that there is 5 to 6 gates in 1 month. So that means that when the sun is going through all these gates or all these constellations, it's going to stay in each one of them for 5.7 days, because 365 divided by 64 is 5.7 days. And the lines or the decimals that we're using are from decimal 1 to decimal 6. So not decimal to decimal 10 as usual. And those are the little points, the little things that you can see here. So what Ashley was saying is that she's born in the 6th gate, and she's born here on the 5th line, the 5th day, the 5th phase of the 6. And actually why 6? It's because what we call the hexagram has 6 lines. So it's one for each one of the lines of the hexagrams. And I also wanted to show that there are transit tools that we can use as well. So here we would see the sun, and we would see it based on, we could look at week or we could look at month, and you see here exactly how long now the sun is in 49, and you can see Tuesday 8, Wednesday 9, Thursday 10, Friday 11, Saturday 12. That's those days. And then it's going to, if we would do even more, we can see that it changes to the next gate that is in the wheel. So that's how we explain the transit. So it's 49 now, it's going to be here, one little line per day, and then it's changing and shifting into the 30. The interesting thing with transits as well is that they are going counterclockwise. So all the planets, the way we count, is going this way around, not clockwise.
Mm-hmm. So why that matters for us, when an archetype like the 49, we call it the revolutionary, when that is activated by the sun, it's activated for the collective. So whether you have that defined in your profile all the time or not, I don't have the 49, Bella doesn't have the 49, but today we happen to have it because the transit has activated it for us, and it's going to show up in our life. So we have reaction, revolution, and rebirth. And this is the gate of rejection. So this archetype is alive and well for the collective. It's what the sun is shining on. So it is illuminated. It is the center stage, the leading lady, the leading man. Like it's the main character of this play for the next 6 days. So we get, or the next 6 lines of the transit. So we get an opportunity to feel into that. How is that significant also for somebody that doesn't have it, but maybe they have the 19? Well, if you have the 19th gate, the harmonic gate on the other side of that is the 49. So what happens is you make a channel, and that channel can define your root and your solar plexus, because that the 49 sits in the solar plexus, emotions, and the 19 sits in the root, which is it's this pressure center. It's where we experience stress. And so when those two come together, you have the potential for now being defined in those centers, if maybe they were open for you before. So when you follow the transits, and even without you knowing any of this is happening, you're going to feel, oh, I feel a little bit different today. if you can start to feel into yourself and see, oh, what's showing up for me today? Because your body graph, your energy, the way your energy is flowing is changing with the transits. You retain your same unique design, but the transits activate things for you. So I know that you only have 20 something activations in your human design chart, right? But there's 64 gates, there's 64 gene keys, there's 64 archetypes. At one point or another during the year, you have it activated. So it is important for you, even if it plays a small role in your life, it's still important for you to understand its influence, understand what its higher expression is, so that you have awareness. And awareness allows you the opportunity to choose how you express that. And the more you walk with these archetypes, the more you can embody them. And you have kind of this team inside of you, these inner archetypes you can utilize.
And I would say when it comes to human design and gene keys, we look primarily at the sun transit. So when we say, oh, this is in transit, we usually refer to where the sun is. Because, for example, the moon is going to change gate every 6 to 7 hours. So if you're a reflector, maybe you follow the moon, but for all of us to be following things that are changing so quickly, it can even be hard to know what it is that we are feeling. So focusing to start with on the sun transit, and then the earth is going to be the opposite, the programming partner. So that pair of programming partners, the sun and the earth, is what we are really able to tune into. And I think all of us, after a little bit of time in Gene Keys and human design, we can be like, oh, makes so much sense that the 49 is the archetype this week. I can feel and see that around me.
And you can utilize the gifts, the talents that this archetype has to bring it into your life. Because, for example, like when the 60 was in transit and Pluto is activating the 60 right now, Belle and I have been working on our business and the containers. I don't have the 60. She doesn't have the 60. The 60 links my 3 and makes the whole channel of mutation. So a lot of our containers are mutating. So when you have the awareness of what's happening, instead of reacting to the energy, you'd be like, oh, it's calling me to focus on this. It's calling me to utilize this energy this way, instead of you trying to push it away or react to it. So we do have weekly transit calls that we hold where we are talking about the energy that is alive. We just had one today. We talked about the 49 with our group. The inner circle is now getting it included. So that's 4 opportunities a month to join these community calls that we have, where we're going into the energy that's alive in the transit. And the more you show up for that, the more you're going to start seeing them show up in your life, and also the opportunity you have to talk it through and also have opportunities to embody it. So if you're interested in joining the inner circle, you can reach out to us. If you maybe want to get the 49, the Revolutionary Archetype Portals Deconditioning course, you can reach out as well. But if you're interested in any of that, reach out to us, because we walk the wheel. We do this. We've been doing this for years now, and it's very much transformed our whole business and lives. So thank you for joining us today for this short live.